And that brings us to our discussion agenda, number 18, update on the construction project at Irmo High School. Dr. Ross.
Right. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board and our community. We're excited to just bring you an update on the construction project at Irmo High School. So I'll turn it over to our Executive Director of Operations, Mr. Dave Wiseman.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board, members of the community. I'm excited about giving you just a glimpse of Irmo High School. Hopefully you've had a chance to drive by there recently and see the progress we've made. But with us tonight, we have Dale Collier. He is the president of Brownstone Construction Company, who's overseeing the project. And we got, where you at, Bart? Bart Cease from Edcon Construction here to just answer questions that you might have. So, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Ross, executive staff, it's a pleasure to be here tonight and talk about our project at Irmo High School. My name is Dale Collier. Again, I'm happy to be the president of Brownstone, and thank you for allowing us to render our services for you in this district as we look to complete this project with the service of Edcon Construction Group. I also have with me my staff members. I think Raymond Perkins is in the back. He's Director of Construction. We also have on site on a daily basis Mr. Cedric Gaiman watching over the project to make sure that things are going in appropriately. And we also have a project manager who had to leave earlier tonight, Mr. Victor Johnson. So we're all engaged and excited about the project as it's going forward. One of the things that we'll do tonight is just go through a few slides. Sorry, I'm a little taller than Mr. Harris. And we're going to walk through it a little bit as far as going back through a brief history lesson of what you've all endured during the current calendar year of getting this project underway, dating back to March of this year, where groundbreaking was undertaken, even prior to our beginning our opportunity to work with you on the project, where we were engaged, I think, around the May timeframe. So as we went through that, we were able to get the work started, and around April, you see the work starting with some land disturbance that was finally underway, with the dirt being moved just adjacent to the school in the parking lot to the right of the building as you face it from the front street on St. Andrews. This slide here gives you a good snapshot of the beginnings of the project, where we're working on the lay of the land. This is what we call Area B, which is the front door of the school, if you will, as you're facing the building from the main street. We have 4 areas of the building. Area A is a connecting corridor, which connects the existing building to the new construction. B is the front door, which you'll see is the main entrance area, and then C and D are the 3-story wings that extend toward the rear of the building, as the layout has been designed by the design team LS3P. This slide here gives a good snapshot of that front, as I was mentioning earlier. This is where footings were going in earlier this year. This is where we've come through and been able to get into the ground and now begin to earnestly work with the footings as we move into the beginning of the project. Moving along, we are at this point, I guess around the early summer, we're getting into the point where we're digging foundations and beginning to pour slabs at that Area B, again, the main entrance of the building. Slab pour. Now we're making major progress here as we're preparing. We have underground infrastructure and electrical and plumbing and the like below slab at the front entrance of the building. And again, you see we're leaving that area open to the left, where Area A will connect to the existing school. And as I mentioned earlier, the parts C and D will extend to the rear of this particular picture. At this point, we have in Area B over 1,100 cubic yards of concrete poured. As you see, very significant progress made, even in the midst of inclement weather as we started the course of the year in the spring of that time frame. Footers in there, the same area. Here we're seeing the extension of the footings going to the back of the building, where we're talking about areas C and D. So you're talking about the classroom wings as we extend to the rear, and the footings being poured there. This is coming in the aftermath of dealing with all the land issues that you all have successfully worked through with prior approvals, and this allowed us to get into the ground, get to solid earth, and then have a really good stable foundation under the building here at this stage. This slab here, this picture here actually shows a very good shot of the movement that's taking place when you start moving other trades into the building in Area B, again, the front door of your facility. You're seeing here the superstructure of the steel that's being erected in the two-story portion of the very front door of the building. So at the right corner there is the main entrance, and then as you understand this plan, the front area on the first floor is the admin area, and then on the second floor is a large media center area that has stairs, of course. We mentioned again, Area A will be the connector to be saved for last. At the rear, you can now see CMU block being installed on the classroom wings that will actually go up 3 stories tall as we move forward. Another shot of the steel deck in Area B. This is now we're moving up to the second floor. We're going to look at pouring this slab on the second floor of Area B, I think, Bart, within the next few months, if not the next few weeks, so we can get that area ready for further instruction as we simultaneously work on the rear of the site where we continue to have steel as well as CMU going up. This slide also depicts the tonnage of steel, 250 tons erected at the moment when we're talking about the steel superstructure of Area B. This area is made of a steel structure, a little different from what we're going to be seeing at the 3-story area. At the rear areas D and E, we're going to see more CMU concrete block going up in those areas in C and D. Good aerial photo now, a more recent and actually up-to-date view of the new wings in the rear. Mentioned the right-hand side being the admin area, the front door. The linear portion of the bar on the left-hand side now, you're seeing the rear portion of the 3-story classroom wing. This is a 3-story wing. We've actually made the final slab pour on the far left of the site, where now we have all of the floor slab poured and all the underground infrastructure in place at the classroom wings in Area B and C and D. This is a rotated view here as you're looking from, I guess, the middle school side of the site. You can see the classroom wing in a linear fashion to the right, and then the front door. One of the things that we've been very pleased about is that the work has been proceeding in a way that has not disrupted the instruction at the current high school. One of the things that did help us is starting during the course of the summer, we were able to get the underground infrastructure in place and thereby minimize any disruptions that would interrupt any ongoing activities at the high school. So the work now, certainly with everything out of the ground, I think if we affect the school in any way, it may have been a water line or two that was affected and touched, but those repairs have been made, but certainly with not any loss of instruction or any loss of activity at the school. Next slide we're going to talk about is related to the costs associated with the work. EdCon's contract, over $37 million that you see there. Right now, we're very, very confident about where we are budget-wise with a lot of the approvals. We actually have a contract balance that's less than the original contract value with the change orders that have been approved by your actions during the course of this project. We feel very good about our schedule. As you can see, we're right in line with the 25% dollars expended, as well as 25% physically complete in the work. So we feel very good about that as we work toward a completion of in next calendar year. Okay, with that, I think that's my last slide. We're here to entertain any questions that you may have. Again, we're excited about the work that's going on. We're excited about the progress that's occurring. And we certainly are pleased to report that there have been no appreciable accidents or incidents associated with the work. Everything's been done in a safe manner. The contractors continue to stay on his side of the fence, and again, without disruption to your instructional activities.
Good. Do I have any questions?
Any questions?
All right. Well, thank you very much for that update.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We want to again thank Mr. Del Coyer from Brownstone and his staff for being here. Bart Cease from EdCon, we certainly appreciate you being on the ground and helping us, and to Dr. Hampton while operating the school, while construction is going on and still keeping things going. We certainly appreciate your support. And so, but none of this would be possible without our school board. And so we wanted to thank you for your trust in us to get us to this point. We thank you for putting us in position to turn dirt so that we can provide the best instructional environment possible for the students at Irmo High School. So with that, we conclude our discussion on this matter.
All right. For the very last time, Mr. Hogan.
I do have a motion. Before I say it, if we would like to discuss it, there is an opportunity of discussion within this motion. If you have any questions about how to adjourn these meetings going forward, I'm always available, cell phone, text, LinkedIn, whatever more with communication. I would like to make a motion that the board adjourn the meeting.
Do you have a second?
A second.
Ms. Barnhart seconded. Any discussion? Mr. Scully can't hear.
I'm gonna miss y'all.
We're going to miss you too. Any other discussion? All right, seeing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor? All opposed? Okay. I would like the record to reflect that Mr. Scully opposes. Motion carries 6-0. We adjourn.